Did you know that in the middle of the Langhe hills there is an impregnable manor built in the 14th century that is even more difficult to conquer than the famous Helm's Deep? Hi, I'm Lawrence and I'm here to tell you many stories around the world from my human point of view. Before starting, help me to grow this project, snap me a like and subscribe. Back to us, you know that sometimes it can happen that my compass gets lost for no precise reason. This time I was wandering around the Langhe hills in Piedmont, in northern Italy, when suddenly, distracted by a strange figure of an old woman with a bottle, I took a strange road. I didn't have direction that day. You know, the best things in life happen by chance, so I see in the distance a strong and ancient castle built on the top of a great hill. OMG, how to resist the curiosity to investigate, so I approached and after a while I finally arrived in Serralunga d'Alba. This is a small town of about 500 inhabitants. It is located exactly south of Alba in the most important places where the famous Langhe wine is produced, like for instance Arneis, Barbera, Dolcetto, Favorita, Freisa, Nebbiolo and the famous Barolo, that is also a place not really distant from here. Many people come here just to drink good wine and eat excellent food. It's also a bit pricey if you are a poor derelict traveler like me. Think that I met a vainglorious, rude and smug young man, all dressed up playing cool with his sports car, saying he had some great wine, asking what was wrong with me. I wasn't drinking. And here's further proof that in the end it's always the people with ties who destroy the world, and not the people with tattoos. But okay, I was there for a higher purpose than losing my mind by dipping in ethanol. I was looking for the castle and yeah, it wasn't hard to find. The castle of Serralunga is a keep, in Italian a dongione. Is actually a tower castle fortified and used as a defensive structure and sometimes as residence for the nobility and garrisons during the Middle Ages. Back to our manor was built in the mid-14th century, yes, Middle Ages, by Faletti family, who however never lived here because it was mainly used as a military stronghold. You must know that due to its position it was really difficult to conquer. We are talking about an impregnable fortress that not even the orcs of Mordor could conquer. Helm's Deep was an inn in comparison. In addition to being on the hill, in fact, there weren't many access points and the ones that did exist were quite narrow and filled with deadly traps. I walked around this facility snapping like crazy, and after exploring outside, I decided to take a guided tour inside. I really recommended it because it's really cool and the guide knows a lot of informations that are also difficult to find. Unfortunately, I can't show you the inside, but after a while we reached the top of the tower. That day I discovered another place capable of making me travel with my imagination, so thinking back for a moment to the life of a soldier of this medieval castle, I was struck by a light of awareness. I understood a very important thing, that was that if you have an army of orcs from Mordor, remember not to care about conquering the Langhe.